How to use a fork in chess. Imagine having a secret weapon on the chessboard that can hit two targets at once. That's what a fork does. It's a simple but powerful tactic that can turn the tide of a game. A fork happens when one piece attacks two or more of your opponent's pieces at the same time. The goal is to force your opponent into a tough spot where they can't save everything. Usually, this means you'll win material because they have to give up one of their pieces to save another. Any piece can deliver a fork, but knights are especially good at it. Knights move in an L shape, jumping over other pieces to land on squares where they threaten multiple enemy pieces. For example, a knight might land on a square where it attacks the opponent's king and rook at the same time. Because the king must move away, the rook becomes vulnerable to capture. This is called a knight fork and is very common in both beginner and advanced games. Other pieces can also do forks. Pawns can attack diagonally, threatening two pieces at once if they are positioned correctly. Rooks and queens have long lines of attack, ranks, files, and diagonals, so they can threaten multiple targets from a distance. However, using a queen for a fork requires careful planning because it's a high-value piece, and risking it might not always be worth it. To use a fork effectively, start by watching how your opponent's pieces are arranged. Look for opportunities where two or more of their pieces are close enough to be attacked together. Think about which squares your pieces can move to that will threaten multiple targets. For knights, this means finding squares where they can jump to attack two valuable pieces at once. For other pieces, consider their lines of attack and how you can position them to threaten multiple pieces simultaneously. Sometimes, you can even set up a fork involving the king. If you can threaten the king and another piece at the same time, your opponent must respond to the check. This often leads to winning material or gaining a better position. Always calculate carefully before executing a fork. Make sure your attacking piece is safe after the move and that the gain outweighs any risks. Using a fork can help you win material, force exchanges that favor you, or improve your overall position. It's a tactic that requires good observation and planning but can be very rewarding. Remember, the key is to spot the right moment when your piece can threaten multiple enemy pieces at once. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be setting up forks that leave your opponent with no good options. With patience and sharp eyes, you'll turn simple moves into winning combinations.